Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss and understand how to file the VAT return under UAE VAT law. Everybody knows the VAT return has to be filed through online. Online portal is available under FTA's website. To move ahead, first the taxable person has to log into the FTA's website. Once he logins under www.tax.gov.ae, he will reach to the FTA's official website. Then he can see the electronic services area. Once you click the electronic services area, it will directly lead you to the login page. You can give your email ID and password in which you have already created the login ID. Use the same email ID and password, then you will enter into the official dashboard page of the Federal Tax Authority. You see in this your TRN number, your GIBAN number, then whether you are a tax group or not, then the first VAT return period, then the first VAT return due date, and your tax period, whether it is monthly or quarterly, also will be mentioned. Click the VAT, then you can see VAT 201 VAT returns, and down you can see VAT 201 new VAT return. So you click the VAT's 201 new tax return, you can see your personal details like a TRN number, taxable person's name in Arabic, English, and your address, then VAT return period, VAT return due date, tax year end, tax period, reference number, etc. Then you can see the first VAT return form VAT 201. You can see a liability created under serial number 6, that is the value of the import and the tax due for it. I'll explain details of that one later stage. The continuation of the VAT return form, you can see the output as well as input. The first part will be output liability and the second part will be the input liability. The declaration and authorized signatory details also should be provided. So far you have viewed the VAT return form 201 VAT return form. You understood there are some outputs and input and the net amount to be disclosed, that will be the amount payable or refundable from the authority. Now we are taking some examples of transactions, some sales return, purchase, expenses, import, export. All these transactions will be discussed step by step, and let us see how we have to enter that one in the VAT return. Here we are showing some sales. There are transactions, 3 transactions are shown here. Sales from Dubai to the customers all over UAE, that is total value is 3 million. Sales from shop in Sharjah to all customers in the UAE, 1.1 million. And sales from Abu Dhabi shop to all customers all over the UAE, that is 2 million. So let us see how the tax liability has to be accounted for these transactions. See here, under the VAT 201 return form, standard rated supply from Abu Dhabi 2 million, tax amount is 100,000. Standard rate supply in Dubai 3 million, tax amount is 150,000. And standard rated supply in Sharjah is 1.1 million, tax liability is 55,000. We have to record in the VAT return form like this. Please note down, even though you are supplying to all the customers all over the UAE, but the recording purpose, this has to be from the shop or the office from which Emirates you sold. It doesn't mean that where the customer's office is located or customer's place of office is located. It is important where the fixed establishment of your company. That means if you are selling from Sharjah office or Sharjah shop, it will be Sharjah sales under Sharjah Emirates. If your sale is from Dubai shop or Dubai office, your sale is from under Dubai Emirates. Another transaction, suppose sales return. Assume that during the period 100,000 worth of materials were returned from Dubai shop by a customer. How to record this transaction under the VAT return? See, in the output area 1B, standard rate supply in Dubai. Earlier it was 3 million, now I reduced 100,000 from the sales amount, as well as the output liability is reduced by 5,000. 5,000 is the tax amount for 100,000 of the value of the sales return. When the sales return happens, this supplier has to make a sales return document, that is the credit note has to be issued. This credit note will be 100,000 and the tax amount for that credit note will be 5,000. Export. During the period, 2 million worth of goods were exported to India. How to record this export of transactions? See, under serial number 4, that is zero rated supply, 2 million is the value of the export. Export is zero rated, so VAT amount is nil. So far we have learned how to record the sales, sales return as well as export. Now let us see how to record the import of goods and services. In this example, goods are coming from UK to the UAE. Under the UAE VAT law, reverse charge mechanism will be applied. That means the importer has to record the tax liability on purchases. Let us assume a goods worth of 1 million, that is A value of the goods is 1 million, is coming to the UAE from UK. Customs duty is 5%, hence the VAT liability will be 52,500, that is 5% of 1,050,000. See the transaction, how the journal entry of the transaction is. Now in the UAE VAT return form, you can see an auto-populated message. That means the value of the goods which you imported through UAE customs will be auto-populated under serial number 6. See the value 1,050,000 displayed there, and the total output liability for the imported items, that is 52,500, also will be displayed. You need not do any adjustment there, it is automatically auto-populated. It is the figure which comes automatically for the value of the goods you imported. And see, we can take the input credit of such import. So the line number 10 shows that the input credit on such import, the value of the import is 1,050,000 and the entire amount 52,500 input credit is taken. Let us see a service transaction. A company is importing the services or getting the service from a UK company. Here also we have to account under reverse charge mechanism. For example, suppose the import of service value is 1 million. Here the transaction has to be recorded like this. The journal entry of the transaction is as shown here. Transaction has to be recorded in the UAE VAT return form under serial number 3, supply subject to reverse charge. This is the service, import of services. The total value of import of service is 1 million and the tax liability has to be recorded as 50,000. This is the amount payable to the authority. However, the same amount, if eligible, we can take input credit, that will be recorded under serial number 10. So far we have learned how the sales, sales return, export, import of services, import of goods are to be recorded under UAE VAT return form, that is VAT 201 form. Now let us learn how the expenses and the purchases are to be recorded under the form. Under standard rated expenses, all the purchases as well as the expenses will be included. Let us see some examples. During the period, the company purchased goods worth 3 million from a Dubai local supplier. It paid office rent 50,000. It paid advertisement expenses 20,000 during the period. So let us see how these transactions are to be recorded. Standard rated expenses total 3,70,000. Out of that, the total input credit available is 153,500. The entire input can be taken since all the expenses and purchase are for the business purpose and for the taxable purpose. So the entire input credit is taken here. So far I have given some examples on the sales return, export, import, then the purchase and expenses. Everything is shown here. Let us see how all these transactions are to be recorded under UAE VAT return form at a time. The complete VAT 201 form, that is UAE VAT return form, wherein all the sales return, that is the net amount is disclosed, then the reverse charge accounted under serial number 3 and serial number 6, zero rated accounted, and total liability is also disclosed. And the second part, the input credits, all the standard rated input credits as well as the reverse charge, reversal of the input credit available for the import of services and goods. The net amount payable is 402,500 minus 256,000, the balance 146,000. So far we have seen the basic structure how to file a VAT return. Remember, this is only the basic information. There are a lot of complicated transactions which happen in an organization. Once you file the return, while filing the return, you should make sure that you are complying the entire VAT law. Whether you are eligible to take input credit as per the VAT law has to be checked properly. Whether the input credit eligibility under different clauses are complied with or not. And there are additional clauses available for different transactions like exempted supply, zero rated supply, and different nature of transactions. So from this basic information, you may not be able to file your return for the entire during the period. So if you want any support from any of the consultants or tax agents, the people are available in the market, and Emirates Chartered Accountants as a consultant, we are there to support you. So anytime you can contact our office and help as a tax consultant. Wish you all the best.
Thank you for watching our video. For latest updates on VAT, please do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, Emirates Chartered Accountants Group. Please follow us in our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Pinterest.